What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy Easter Sunday, everyone, and in this one I'm going to be showing how to make the interior for your remake church. Figured that would be quite fitting. Here it is. I wanted to do more with this than I was able to, and the lighting was a pain to figure out. I kept running into the chandelier too. But yeah, I think I did a decent job with it. I think it definitely can be a lot better, which I'm going to talk about stuff with that later, including lighting. Yeah. I don't have a whole ton to say about this one, other than that, and, yeah, the balconies, there is no access to it. I just added them for show because I thought that the front wall looked a little bit blank. And, yeah, with that being said, that is all I have to say. So, with that being said, that's, okay. Enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space you're going to need for this is, well, you don't need any space. All you need is your church from the other day, which actually is a lie. You kind of do need space. You need, like, 3 or 4 blocks off the back, something like that, but, it's not necessarily, not necessarily required. But the materials you're needing to start off are, you do need some of those oak wood planks, spruce wood planks, spruce wood stairs, black stained glass panes. We'll go, I guess, red wool, because we do need that. Brick block. I was like, wait, what was it? Spruce door, and I guess we'll go smooth sandstone and smooth sandstone stairs. This is a general thing. You're going to need smooth quartz and smooth quartz slabs after that, and that's a lot. That's what you need the most of, because that's for the roof, but I'll talk about that later, because the roof is a little bit awkward. Also, I would recommend for the first portion of this getting night vision, and maybe even for the entire thing, because the lighting isn't the greatest. And, yeah, but what you want to do is you want to come inside, and the first thing you want to do is you want to, there is no floor to break. You want to, in line with the blocks below the doors, which is probably going to be smooth sandstone for you, because that's what I told you to make, you want to fill your entire floor with oak wood planks at this level. Now, if you want to, just go ahead and make the middle 4 rows, so the 2 directly behind either door, or the one, I guess 1 behind each door, and then the 1 to the left and 1 to the right of that. It wants to be red wool like that, and then everything else will be oak. So, hold on. You technically don't have to do the entire floor. The back is a little bit, you have the stage thing, so that isn't necessarily what you have to do, but that is kind of something you want to think about. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So, yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part, although it's kind of 11 in the morning, so I haven't really done much. But I guess that's kind of to be expected for me in general, not to do much. Yeah, the back, in case you don't want to actually do the entire thing, the back 13 rows you don't need to do. Just figured I'd throw that number out there, because I know it. Which is always something nice. Which is always nice. Some word like that, I don't know. Now, also, if... This might be a little bit late. If you want to make the red wool red carpets, you can. But again, remember, that will play into something later as well, that I will talk about. Because originally I was going to actually just fill the entire thing in with oak and then break that later, but I figured it'd be easier to actually do it with the floor. But it's gonna play into the lighting, which I'll talk about. Because there's something I did that you can't do in Java, and the carpet would help you be able to do it in Java, essentially, which is kind of weird how that works. That is a weird way to explain it, but you'll just see. I'll get there whenever I get there. But, yeah. It's probably going to be a longer video. I might cut out, like, half the ceiling part, because that thing's going to take forever. It's so annoying that they remove speed plates into me. Those will probably be a 40-minute video. That seems like a fair assumption to make. Considering the exterior took 37 minutes. But this is kind of a simple interior. It looks very, I don't want to say it looks complicated, but it looks like more grand than like the average interior that I make. But it really isn't like much. It's just kind of bare bones. But I didn't know what to do. I wanted to try to do something fancy, but I didn't really have the room to do it. Like, I mean, I have lots of room. That's kind of a weird way to say that, but because I wanted to add like arches or something cool on the sides, but with the way the windows are and with the way that I did the seats, I wasn't able to do that. But the front wall felt empty, so I did end up adding some little balconies. And I mean, if you want to honestly just use the bare bones of this and then add to it and do stuff like that, you totally could. I think that'd be a good idea. Try to get some creativity in there. But it is up to you. Just like that. There you go. So you could have the red strip there, you could not. It just depends on your taste. It looks a little strange, I think, without anything actually like marking it out. Actually, it does kind of look cool because it leads directly to the cross, and that also shows the cross is centered, which I guess is always nice. So I was actually gonna probably make the stage 2 blocks elevated, but the crosses was too low for that, so it's only 1 block off. But what we want to do is along the back wall, you want to place 12 rows of spruce wood planks moving forward. I know I said 13, that's 12, but you'll see why. So it will be 1 block above the floor, which is correct. I don't know why I always say which is correct at the end of things. It's just a thing I do. It's weird, though. But, yeah. I think you can kind of do whatever you want with this. Obviously, churches are probably going... The inside of churches are going to be vastly different, depending on what type of church it is. But I feel like generally it's going to be a similar, like, bare structure of one, of where, okay, yeah, you got the stage part, you got the seats, all that. That's all going to generally be the same, but, like, architectural things, like how I was going to think do the arches, or, like, maybe even the balconies and stuff, that can change from church to church. It all just depends. I think that's also a thing in general, like, everything can be different. Like, if I make an, let's say a KFC one way, it's gonna not be the same way in, like, multiple locations. It'll probably be only a few select ones that have the exact same look. Anyways, then the next row forward, you want to place 2 spruce wood stairs at the left side, and then the rest of the row wants to be spruce wood planks. You can also place 2 at the right side, although I didn't, but if you like symmetry. That's the only thing that is not symmetrical about this entire build. Other than textures, but again, textures don't count. What you want to do is, I actually made the executive decision to add 1 more window, so you see we still have this space. So just, from this 3rd window on either side, you want to just leave a 5 block gap, and punch out the next 3, then punch the 2 rows above that out, and then punch the middle, that's not the middle block, the middle block above that next row. So it's just the same window shape. It just kind of follows the window pattern as it should. But I thought that I wanted to have a little bit more space going back of windows and even it out a little bit. And it actually does kind of line up nicely. It's 2 blocks away from this. Okay, well, there's only 1 there, but there's 2 here. It worked out nicely with something. I forget what it was. Or no, I think... Did I do that wrong? Hang on. Let me see if I can see, because I can't remember if that's different. Okay, no, that is correct. I wasn't sure if the stage went forward another block, but I guess it doesn't really matter. So... just so we don't have to use our materials again, I'm going to do the stage really quickly. Or not the stage, sorry, the seats. Because these are very simple. So what you want to do is you want to come to the back, or I guess the front middle. What you actually first want to do is you want to bring these 2 rows of brick blocks each back by 1, so you have a right angle on either side. And also, while I'm thinking about this, these little gaps that you have here where you can see the smooth quartz stairs it would be, you want to just fill those in with brick blocks so you have flat walls. And also make sure you do have the ones at the back filled in. You can just do this later if you don't feel like going to the back, but just remember to do it. You'll definitely remember the front ones because they're gonna matter, but the back ones aren't actually gonna matter that much. But yeah, because you won't even be able to see them. No, you will see a little bit of them, I think. But you'll notice. You'll definitely notice when you should. So, anyways. Left and right of the, so these corners here are brick block that we kind of just added. These two corners. You want to, from these corners, count towards the back of the build by 2, and then place a spruce wood stair facing away from the red carpet, or wool, whatever it is for you. Now what you want to do is you want to keep moving forward, leaving 2 block gaps, and place these stairs facing away. And then I stopped once I was, I believe, 5 blocks away from the stage. Or no, 6, sorry. I didn't know what the number was. You could go to 3, but I think 3 is a little bit tight. Which, I know 3 blocks is still like a good amount of space. That is 9 feet in the game, but I wanted to have the, larger space just because I think that is a little bit better. So yeah, just like that. You then want to bring each of those stairs towards the outside with, try to remember this, 3 spruce wood stairs all facing forward. If you want to just do one at a time and whatever you can, but I think it's just better to do them all at once. It's a little bit more bouncing around, but it's easier to explain, for me at least. Then place a spruce wood stair facing towards the middle, off the edge of that. Just like that. So there's one little section, and then you want to leave a 2 block gap moving towards the outside, and you want to just copy these seats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they should be 1 block away from your wall, which is correct. If you want to make them 1 block away from each other instead, you can. I was thinking about doing that, and then I just didn't. I don't know why. Because I already had made the other parts, and I was like, maybe I should push these in. I was like, eh, whatever. And then just never did. But, yeah. You can just make it one constant thing that goes all the way across, but I didn't want to do that because I thought that it would look a little bit awkward because I thought it would be almost too clustered with stairs. Because this breaks up the stairs enough so that way you're not looking at just giant rows of things. I mean, yeah, it is literally just giant rows of things, but like it's broken up enough where it looks a little bit better on your eyes. At least for me, I like a little bit of a breakup in things. Because if you just have a full row going left to right, it kind of is like boring to look at. But having some splits is nice. So there you go. See, if you want to like try, like here, I'll actually show you. I'll just put these together. You kind of can see how much that like, how different that looks compared to having the little alleyways. I guess they're not alleyways. What are these? Walkways? Something like that. I just think, you know, you can do it either way, but I personally like the gaps in between them a little bit better. But I mean, if you have a local church that you go to a lot and there's like a certain way that you want to do it like that, then I mean, by all means go with that. But yeah. So direct your attention back to the stage, and what you want to do is you want to come to either back corner. I'm going to start with the back left-hand corner. I will instruct this both directions. So maybe just start with the back left-hand corner because that's the instructions I'm going to be technically giving you in relation to, but it's the same. From this back corner, you want to count right by 4 and place a spruce door. That's not going to work. There we go. Bring that door forward with 7 brick blocks, and then bring that left with 4 to connect to the wall. Now come to the back right-hand corner, and you want to count left by 4, place a spruce door, bring it forward with 7 brick blocks, and then right with 4. The door should be facing, I just like to have their handles always facing the same way. I mean, you could like have it symmetrical like that. That is kind of an okay look, but I don't like the door handle being on the left side. I don't know why. Even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a door literally like very close to me that has the handle on the left side. I can't see it, like, I can see it if I turn, but I can only tell because the door's open right now. But ghost. Then you can wait on this step if you want to do the entire roof and not have it split up, but I don't really care. So what you want to do is you want to bring these rows of bricks all the way up until they touch the deep slate brick. And also the spruce door wants to be brought up with the brick as well. It might be easier to just start with this, because then you don't have to destroy any of the smooth quartz. I want to say blocks is where these will fall on, at least for the most part, and the front will obviously fall on a couple of slabs. I think 2 of them, like, exactly. And then after this, we're going to do the back door, or the emergency exit, I guess. If you want to make emergency exit on both sides, you can. I was kind of thinking of having, like, one of these, almost like a back room, where, like, I don't know, if you want to do, like, a stage play or something, although that'd be kind of odd in a church, but I really won't question it. Like, you could have, like, extra chairs or things like that, or, like, a piano or something. I mean, yeah, it'd be weird to fit a piano in this room, but, I mean, logistically, you could have a piano in a church, or logically, not... Logistically is a word, but not context, not in that context. It does. I don't think it works. I don't know. I don't know definitions at this point in time. I just pretend like I do. So, come into either room, whichever one you want to have the emergency exit. And I do back left just because I always like back left better. I don't know why. You want to, in the far back left-hand corner, these two here along the back wall, you just want to break a doorway and also the brick block below. Replace that brick block with a spruce wood plank, and then you want to place a spruce door on that plank. And make sure it's on the outside of the build. So you can see I'm on the outside of the build and it's flush with the wall. Because if you have this as a spruce wood plank, then you're going to see it from the outside. If it's not on that side, and it's going to look dumb. So you could alternatively do a smooth sandstone, then have it on the inside if you wanted to. But it's up to you. Now what you want to do is you want to bring that spruce wood plank out with a smooth sandstone. Bring that smooth sandstone left and right by 1. Then towards you with a row. Towards you with a row of stairs. Smooth sandstone stairs, to be specific. Down with a row of blocks. Towards you with a row of stairs. Down with a row of blocks. Towards you with a row of stairs. And then just fill in the little gaps you're going to have the left and the right. And then you can just get rid of, say, oak wood planks and get out spruce fence and just place them at the left and the right of the smooth sandstone blocks. The only thing about this that sucks is, as far as an emergency exit is concerned, I don't know if this is, like, a legal thing. Because I don't know if you can have stairs because of wheelchair capacity. I don't know how that works with emergency exits, especially. So, I mean, you could just add one on the other side and do, like, a ramp with slabs and stuff, but I don't know. There's, like, a certain angle that ramps have to be. I don't know what any of it is. I just know it exists. But I don't know how that, like, law works with emergency exits, and it's probably different in other countries, like Canada, compared to what it is in the U.S., although I don't know. I don't, like, pay attention to that stuff, because I'm not an architecture, but in general, if you're an architect, you should probably know that stuff. Although if you're playing, I guess architects could play Minecraft. That's a fair thing to do. So, let's just do something with our brick blocks really quickly that I know we're going to have to do, although we probably still will need our brick blocks, because I don't know how this works. Do I have an image of it? I don't. Okay, hold up. I can, like, figure this out mathematically. So what you want to do is you want to bring the left and the right of this. Here, the central tower of brick, this, like, square. You want to bring the left and the right rows of this each down by 2. Nah, that's not 2, that's 3. That's still not 2. And then you want to, at the back row, at the either corner, you want to place a brick block. My night vision, yeah, that's what it looks like without night vision. The red wool doesn't look very noticeable. I'm gonna put it back on. So yeah, that's all we need. That's all. Now what you want to do is you want to clear inventory and get out smooth quartz slabs. And we'll just go smooth quartz blocks for now. I want to just get this done and. Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to fill in your roof with this slanted shape with your smooth quartz blocks and slabs. Now, how do you do that? Come to either the left or the right side, doesn't matter which one. Actually, I'm going to go to the left side. And you just want to place a row of smooth quartz blocks kind of in this corner so you cannot see the deep safe brick blocks along the wall or along the ceiling there. Then it's going to be the next row moving inward is going to be a row of ups and down smooth quartz slabs. So you can kind of just like follow the pattern. It's almost the inverse of the pattern because this should be a block, yeah. And then it'll be upward diagonally inward with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Then a row of upstone smooth quartz slabs right of that. And then you just want to do, essentially, you're looking at the next one and you're thinking, how can I cover up the 2 deep slate bricks that are visible, or the 1 or whatever it is, with one thing? It's just going to be raw smooth quartz blocks. Easy. So it's going to give you this effect, and it's going to go all the way along the roof, and you want to just keep this going. I'm going to do the slabs first. Essentially, something that is just like a little bit of a shortcut if you don't quite understand it. It's split up into 2s, you'll notice that. The roof is just a bunch of 2s, except for the middle one. This does not apply to the middle one. But the end one, so the one that, actually it kind of does apply to the middle one. The end one where it will, like, go upward diagonally. You can see where that is? Where you can see 2 faces of the block. It's going to be upside down smooth quartz slabs under it, and then the face where you can only see... The block where you can only see one of its faces, and then you still can see the face of the other one is going to be a smooth quartz block. If that doesn't make sense, essentially just kind of look at that. Because you can see how that gap is going to just be filled in with the blocks nicely. I'm going to start with the slabs because I hate doing the slabs. Something worth mentioning is, I'm going to talk about the lighting now. The lighting is the hardest part about this. Now, if you're in, I don't know about Java, I think in Java this is a thing you can do. But I know specifically in Bedrock, if you get out these things, which, don't ask why I have them, light blocks, I think you can go up to 16. Which means you place one on the floor, it's not visible, but it creates light that goes out. I think it's... I want to say it's 16 blocks in either direction, and then it'll be brightest in the middle, and it'll be dimmest at that 16th block, which is going to be like the dimmest light level that isn't dark. And also at the middle too, both of these are just going to be smooth quartz blocks, by the way. But, with that, kind of just figure out what you think is best for that, because I don't really, like... No, I would recommend trying to use those if you have the ability to. I tried not to because I understand that there are people in survival and stuff. So I made everything survival possible. Except for one thing, but it's essentially just the better looking version of doing this. I just use structure voids instead of string blocks because I thought that the string would look dumb because it's visible. But like, you can do that in survival. And structure voids you can get. And barrier blocks are essentially just structure voids, except you cannot walk through barrier blocks, but you can walk through structure voids. But they kind of act like barrier blocks. They're essentially barrier blocks that you can walk through if you don't know what they are. But, yeah. I was planning on cutting this out, but apparently I'm going to talk the entire time, which I guess is cool. How many more? Okay, that's pain. At least the blocks aren't that bad. That's always something to look forward to. But yeah, I added a chandelier. I don't even know how much lighting it does. I just thought that, yeah, this would be cool to add. So, that was what I did. And also, don't forget about the areas inside the rooms. I'm going to probably do those last if I remember to do them, which you never can really trust me with that kind of stuff. But worst case, if I forget it, whatever, I'll probably remember it when I go to do the lantern lighting. Which, the lantern lighting you don't actually need to do if you're going to do stuff. But I think the lanterns do look nice. And also, something worth mentioning with that is if you're going to use light blocks, you could use soul lanterns, because I like the blue better than the orange. That's just a personal preference, though. And also, with that, I would recommend, like, placing a row of blocks under the light, and then breaking each block and placing a light block in its place, because that's going to have the light blocks go all the way down from the light source. And that's going to make it actually look like it has, like, a beam or something. And you even could do something like... Maybe the first one's 1, second one's 2, third one's 3, fourth one's 4, etc. So you kind of have like an actual beam. That only will be noticeable if you have walls around. But, yeah. I think that they need to like do something with that, with like shaders or something. Like someone needs to make a shader or a mod with that. I'm sure it's been made actually. But I think that'd be like a really cool effect. They need to make like, or Minecraft itself needs to make a thing where you can do that. Also, is RTX a thing on Bedrock? I heard something about it being a thing, and I don't know how to, like, do it, because I want to look at it. I want to look at my builds in RTX. That'd be pretty cool, actually. As long as I don't explode my PlayStation. Because I don't have Bedrock on computer, which is unfortunate, but I mean, yeah, whatever, who cares. Alright, there we go. That's the actual roof done. So that's what it'll look like. It looks very bright with night vision. And also in general, it is smooth quartz, it's supposed to look bright. Let's do these rooms really quickly, because I didn't forget about them. Which is a surprise, I guess. And then the other one, you don't actually have to do it in the room. The rooms, I guess, theoretically, although the roof would probably look better with them. That would be my guess. I mean, I don't know. I've just kind of like guess. Minecraft is just a big game of guessing. So yeah, pretty simple. Now you don't have much of an inventory to clear, but I would just recommend removing the two things you have. And you want to get out lanterns, oak fence, nether brick fence, end rods, which is an interesting one, candles, which is another interesting one. You can get out glowstone or sea lanterns or something, which isn't a necessity, but I'd recommend it. Flint and steel for the candles, white carpet, and either string or structure boards. I'm gonna go with structure boards because I like them better. So let's start with the candles, shall we? Come to the back of your red carpet. Now, if this is carpet, you cannot do this. But if it's wool, what you want to do is you just want to place 2 4-block candles on the left and the right of the carpet, or the, I guess, wool blocks. On the red path, there we go. And then you want to just light them. Don't accidentally do that, because that would be pretty bad. Although I don't have fire spreads on, at least I don't think I do. I should check that. Let's check. Okay, no, I don't, because you see it didn't place on the side of the block. It would have if it was fire spreads on. I think that's how that works. If it's not on the carpet, or if you have carpets instead of wool and you can't place the candles, you can just do one off, or just don't do them at all. But I think it's a nice little effect. For the stage, real quick, just left and right of the bottom of the cross window, I placed 2 end rods. You can do candles. It doesn't really matter. Actually, didn't I remove these? I might have. No, I didn't. And then centered on the stage. So what I would do is I'd come to, say, the left end rod and count forward by 5. I guess I'll go 6. And left by 2 and place an end rod and do the same from the other one. So forward 6. Right 2. Place an end rod. And then count 3 forward from either end rod and place another end rod. And then fill in essentially in between them and the space in the middle of that, and with either structure voids or barriers or string like that. So you can see what the structure voids do. They kind of just like create this weird pattern. If I walk, I can just go through them, and I can also place carpet on top of them. Can I speed places carpet? Yeah, sort of. Oh, that didn't work. I was gonna say it worked, but not well, but that one just didn't work, period. So yeah, just like that. That's literally all the work we have on the stage. I'm gonna put away my structure void so I don't accidentally get rid of them, because I know I'm gonna do it. What do I want to do next? Actually, you can get rid of your string or whatever and get out brick slabs, and just come to the top of the front here, and where you have this like arch, the 2 middle blocks just place upside down brick slabs there, just like that. So it kind of like follows the shape, except for on the edges, but that's because of the way that it works. It's kind of dumb. So, for the lighting, you can do whatever you so choose from this point in time. I'm going to give you a few tips for what I did, though. So, in the front left and front right hand corner, I just placed lanterns, and then leaving 3 block gaps going back, I just placed a lantern every 4th block, I guess. And I did this going all the way to the far back until I ran into the room. And then also I would recommend actually going into the room and just placing a few lanterns. These ones don't do a whole ton, although they kind of just add a little bit of detail. I will tell you exactly what I did for the lighting, though. Pretty much as I can. And then in here, I'm not going to tell you what I did, because it's kind of just random. I can just place like 2 there and call it a day, and then leave. And do it in the other one. Just either corner. Yeah, I guess I can't say far corner, because those aren't far. Actually, those are kind of far corners. And then what I did from here was, for the lanterns, I came to the third lantern moving forward, so this one. And I just took it going essentially up and down the other side, and I went every other smooth quartz block. So this block, not this block, this block. Not this one, not this one, this one. Not really these two, because they don't count this one. And then just work down the other side, and it should end symmetrical. Like that. And then, so you can kind of see how that looks. And then I did it on the second lantern, moving back as well. And then I also did this over the stage, which I'll have to figure out exactly where that is. Because I originally actually had the lanterns going all the way back. Actually, this does look really nice with just the lanterns. Chandelier kind of takes up some space, but I think the chandelier is good. Unless you don't like it, then don't add it, obviously, because no one's forcing you to. So, though, at the stage, I did the same rows where you can at the far back wall, so. It actually kind of is every other one. Not the first one, second one, not the third one, fourth one, not the middle two. And then down the other side, that's not it. What did I just do? What? Oh, that's correct, never mind. And then I counted forward to, we'll say the front block. Directly where the walls end, we'll say, and I did the same thing. Just like that. Pretty simple. And then the walls here will be a little bit bare, so if you want to just place one like lower there or something. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. That's the one thing I would recommend doing. Now, how much longer does that night vision have? Okay, 4 minutes. Let's do the chandelier while I still have night vision. So, you want to find, essentially, this doesn't have to be center, but basically the middle of the 4 windows, which is going to be right here. And come to the middle of the roof and just place 2 oak fence here at the middle. You can either go more forward or more backward. I would recommend going more backward. So you have a 2x2 now. Pretty self-explanatory. Bring each oak fence down by 5. Just like that. Now, what you want to do... Where is my picture of the chandelier? Was it the first one I took? It was not. You want to place a 2x2 of nether brick fence underneath that. And then extend it out on each side by 1, not including the corners. So I'll give you this. You then want to extend those overhanging nether brick fences each up by 1. And then you want to connect them together to create a 4x4 square. So how I told you to not have the corners on the bottom, do them on the top here. Just like that. So the reason I actually use 2 different fences here is so the netherrack does not cling to the oak fence, so you have this like gap. It kind of creates a layered effect, which is what I do indeed, or which is what I like to have. Now you actually want to bring each corner up with a netherbrick fence. Just like that. And then bring the middle 2 on each row out by 1. And then bring each of those netherbrick fences up by 1. So that gives you this kind of circle effect, which, if you like it, cool. If you don't, then LOL. Can you place candles on here? You can't. Oh, that's interesting. What I would do is I'd place a lantern on top of each nether brick fence that you can. You could do candles. You can do candles. I would do only 1 candle if you do candles, but the problem with that is then it doesn't actually emit any light. But then you do, again, light block stuff that you could play with, because I don't know how much lighting this actually does. So, yeah. I'm going to actually /effect clear real quick. So you can see the middle is still very dark, and the lantern, or the chandelier kind of just, like, gives us a circle here. Why is that so circular? That's weird. I guess because it is kind of circular. What I did is, essentially you can just get rid of a random block. I got rid of the candles because it's closest to what I need. I broke the end. Now, if you're in Java, you cannot do this. So I broke the end spruce wood stair and the block under the stair, which is going to be an oak wood plank. Spoiler alert. And instead of that oak wood plank, I placed a glowstone, and then I placed that stair back. So this essentially will give you a strip of light. Now, if you cannot do this, because you are in Java, or let's say it's in Bedrock and it's like 5 years down the road and they've removed it or something, if you're watching this, make the red wool red carpet, and then you can place the glowstone under the carpet, and it will give you the exact same effect. The only thing it's doing is just moving the light in a block, which doesn't really create much of an effect. But I don't think you might be able to do this in Java, although I'm like 85% sure you can't. But yeah. Let me know if I could place one of those 4 correctly. It's actually 3, but whatever. So there you see, that gives you a lot more light. And you can do this on both ends of the seats. Although you obviously don't have to do it on the far end here, but like maybe even like this row right here, like if you added one there, you can see how much light that gives you. That I think is the biggest game changer for lighting in this build, is just under things, like hiding it. I'd say that was the biggest like thing that I could do. Just give you that lighting. Did I do the thing? Okay. I feel like I'm missing something other than the balconies, and I don't know why. I feel like there's something back here I'm missing. I think I'm just dumb. I think because the order of operations exists. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to clear inventory and get out pillar quartz blocks, stone brick slabs, stone brick blocks, and nether brick wall, which is actually, we have nether brick fence. Never mind, I was gonna say only nether brick thing, or I guess a darker color. But I didn't know what to do with it, so I was like, or I didn't know what to do for it, so I was like, eh. So what you want to do is you want to left and right of the inner windows, these two, this one and then the one over here at the along the back wall. You want to place rows of pillar quartz blocks that are 6 blocks tall, just like that. I'm only gonna do it one window at a time, then I'll tell you what to do for the other one. Then left of either, wait, yeah, no, not left. On the outside of either pillar quartz block, place a stone brick. Then bring that stone brick forward by 1. And then connect those stone bricks together with upside down stone brick slabs. In front of that front row of upside down stone brick slabs, place a row of stone brick blocks, so it'll give you this. And then surround your stone brick blocks in upside down stone brick slabs. So it's going to give you a pattern that is 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, like that. You want to bring your pillar quartz the rest of the way up until they go into the ceiling. I'd also break whatever smooth quartz block would be in the way, just so you have that. And then around the edge of this, you want to just place nether brick walls, and make sure that they all connect, so you do place the diagonals as well, because you don't want to just do like that, because that looks a little dumb. Just fill it out like that. So this is, I think, your point where you decide, okay, which looks better? Does it look better with or without the balcony? I'm trying to center myself as much as I can. That looks about good. I think I actually do like it a lot better with the balcony. It kind of gives it a touch. So again, for it, just left and right of this inner window, place 6 pillar quartz blocks moving up on either side. Bring them out with a stone brick. Or I guess, yeah, I guess away from each other. Bring that stone brick forward by 1, or each one. Connect them together with upside down stone brick slabs. I gotta sneeze. It happened that time, sorry. Whenever I say it, it never usually happens. That's a new one. Place a row of stone bricks in front of the upside down stone brick slabs, and then surround the stone bricks and upside down stone brick slabs. Like that. The little row of stone bricks is just so it looks like it has more depth to it. Because I originally just had upside down stone brick slabs, and I thought that it looked a little bit bare. Also, you could like add a seat up here, although there's no way to access it. I'm actually gonna try that, just to see what it looks like. And then I didn't want to make the entire inside here stone brick blocks, because I thought it would look weird with the window. And then again, bring your pillar quartz block all the way up. And then your nether brick wall surrounding. You could, like, make a ladder or something as an access point, but I don't know how much of it. Well, no, because that's literally directly where the window is. Uh, but if you wanted to just add, like, a fake chair or something, just have, like, I don't know, a statue or something. Ooh, that's gonna annoy me. But, like, you could just, like, I don't know, add a seat or something. Let me actually see what that looks like with a seat. You can't really see it. Well, can you see it from back here? No. So, it really doesn't do much. But, I mean, yeah, just for fun, Adam. Why not? I think it is a good way to fill that space. Just a little 3-block seat. Let's not be in the chandelier. That's not a great idea. But, yeah, that wasn't actually half bad. And, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the interior for your remake church complete. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it could have been done better. Overall, the church, I think, could have been a lot better. But, I mean, for what it is, I think it kind of gives the church vibes that I want it to. But let me know what you guys think of it, and, yeah, I definitely like the outside a lot. I do think the outside turned out very well. But, the inside definitely could have been done better, although, I don't know, it's kind of hard to work with what I made with the outside. Because with what I wanted, with the opportunities or the possibilities I had of what to do, I think how I made the outside did limit that. But, yeah. Feel free to go crazy with whatever you want to do on the inside of this. I'd like to see what some of you can come up with. If anyone wants to, like, post anything to do with this on my Discord, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys for so if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic dinner, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.